Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth day of the Growth Hacker Hangathon. 10 days to transform and grow your business fast, guaranteed. And today we are talking about funnel hacking. And I need to mute Chris, there we go. So today we are talking about funnel hacking. And before we dive into all this information, we want to take a step back and just pause for a second and reframe and let you know what these 10 days are about. We started with what is growth hacking and why you need growth hacking. Then we dove into Periscope because this is the easiest way for you to get exposure and leads and get your name and face out there. And then we talked about how do you automate that with webinars and how do you put webinars on autopilot so that you do it once and you improve on it and money starts coming in to allow you to start building your business and have some seed money so that you can spend on advertising and other stuff. Today, we are diving into the funnel. We got the followers from Periscope. How are we funneling them and how do we stacking them and how do we build a business from all our assets online? So before we dive in further, I'm going to introduce Chris again to help us understand the overall picture of the entire hackathon and how we're stacking it together for you guys. Chris, unmute, buddy.
Myself over here, and welcome everyone out there on Periscope as well. So it's really great to be here on day 4, and I hope everyone's enjoying it and spending a lot of time out there learning these things. Now, what is it that we're actually building and putting together? Well, it's a growth tab. Okay, so double tap the screen on Periscope if you want to have a tab of clients that people just flow into your business. If you're out there in Hangathon, just say yes if this makes sense to you. Is that in order for you to make a difference in this world, you need to have a tap of leads and clients that just flow into your business. So what we're doing over these 10 days is we're stacking day after day after day everything you need to create this tap. Now on day 1, if you didn't see day 1, you need to go check out day 1, because on day 1 we shared the 5 pieces to a pipeline, okay? Which is your target market, okay, your traffic source, your lead magnet, your landing page, your sales mechanism. So every single day we are covering aspects of all of those 5 pieces. Now, tomorrow, one lucky person is going to win a live growth hack. Say yes if you'd like that to be you. Hey Sherry, good to have you guys on. Thanks for the shares and the shout-outs all over Periscope as well. We would love to have you over here on Hangathon as well at some point. And so what we're going to be doing is tomorrow we're doing that. Then we kick into real action. Okay, we're going to go step by actionable knowledge for you to actually build your growth tap out. Okay, so that starts on day 6 through to day 10. By the end of it, you're going to know everything that you need to be able to turn the tap of clients and flows into your business so you can grow your business really fast for really $0 down, and then magnify the bits that are working and grow your business super, super fast. Now look, what we're sharing with you is straight out of Bishop and I's Growth Hacker program, which is a 3-month training where we help people get everything sorted. So I hope you guys are loving it. And I just want to share this with you as well, is that I so appreciate you all being here, and I hope that everyone else is appreciating it just as much, because Bishop and I have so much going on, and we are loving taking some time out here to give you guys just a little bit of some knowledge that's created some massive results. So today it's all about funnels, and the first 3 letters of funnel is what? It's fun. So we're going to have some fun today building out sales funnels because I love them so much. But is that everything you wanted me to cover, Yifat? Can I dive straight in here?
Yes. So guys, first of all, download the worksheet because we are really going through, and this is something that will help you take notes and remember and apply. Because if you don't apply this, then it's not going to go anywhere, right? Nothing's going to change. If you're not going to change anything, it's not going to change. The other thing that I wanted to share is actually some of the love that we're getting already from people. Carol says, thank you, Fad, Bishop, and Chris for all this awesome information. Been amazing, and I look forward to this day. And I look forward to this every day. We too care. Oh, awesome that you're here. And Tamara is saying, thank you both for going deeper than just do it, make money. Thank you for seeing and hearing where we got stuck, fear, emotions. You are an inspiration. God bless you both. We're 3 people here, Tamara. I hope you considering Bishop as well. Okay. and everyone here is just typing yes, 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 more definitely yes. So before we dive into the content, guys, if you see right here to the left of the video, this is our prize for today. Now, this is super, super valuable, the Ultimate Funnel 3H Training. And I'm going to let Chris tell you how valuable it is, and then we'll let you know what you can do to win it.
Yeah, totally. Thanks, Yifat. Now, we've had a couple of people, Yifat, Alexandre from Brazil and a couple others that are on my Periscope saying that there's too many IP addresses trying to access one thing. They're having a bit of trouble getting in. So I just thought that, you know, Alex, I'm sure you can get the information from here, and I hope you sit back and just enjoy it right now.
Okay, time out. Get into where? To the website? It's open.
Yeah. That's just what he sent me, but Alex, sit tight. We'll make sure that you looked after Yifat's on it. So, guys, what you can win today, okay? What you can win today is a 3-hour training with me, okay? It's called Ultimate Funnels, and here's the thing about this training. I never thought I would ever put this out there, okay? The funnel that I deconstruct over 3 hours has taken me years to figure out. It's got something like $17 earnings per click. Now, those of you who watch me on the Grant Cardone show, you saw me skim over this a little bit, okay? This one is our Juice and Smoothie Company funnel. It is absolutely crushing it. And I go through all the pieces. I give you all what you need to do to be able to go through and actually build it yourself. One person's going to get this. Now, if I was to put a price on this, I would easily say $5,000.
If you have questions, feel free to ask your questions.
Oh, hey, Bishop. Is because if you apply this, I'm making $5,000, $10,000 a week using this myself. So all you have to do is follow it and go and do it and apply it to your business. It's ridiculous. Just type in what should we get to type in? Just type in an exclamation mark if you're a person that would like to win that funnel. We're only going to give one away because it kind of blows my mind that we're actually giving it away, Yifat. So we've actually asked this time for the person to win. We're going to make you jump through a few hoops so that we know the person really wants it. Here's what you're going to do. First off, you're going to need to be on the site. Okay, if you haven't gone to the site, you need to go to my Twitter and get on there. And those of you out here, of course, you're already on. Now, I think, and Yifat will make sure I've got this right, over a 24-hour period, the person who shares this page the most is going to win. It's a straight-out comp. There's not going to be us choosing. There's going to be one winner. That's it. The person who shares it the most, the person who gets it out there the most, is going to win it. It's a ridiculous training. You'll get a personal email from me, and I'll show you exactly how to do it. You're going to Periscope. You have to be over here to do it. And that's I think you've had. Is there everything? Should I get into the training today? Yeah, I can get started.
I think we can get started. So guys, make sure that you download the worksheet, and let's dive into funnels.
All right, cool. So people have a lot of problem making money online, and I want to tell you why. Okay, first off, I want to tell you exactly why. It's because they don't understand the levels of awareness and the types of traffic. Okay, and you'll see this on your worksheet as the first things. Okay, is people are sending all traffic to just one landing page, one funnel, and this is a massive problem. So before I go into the technical ways to build a funnel, I want to talk you through some different types of traffic. Now, you've all heard cold, warm, hot traffic. I know you get it, okay, but you don't get it. You think that you're understanding what cold is, what warm is, and what hot is, but you have no idea. So I want to give you some extra distinctions so that you can start to understand why your funnel's not working, okay? It's all down to awareness, okay? So under where it says types of traffic, cold, warm, hot. Now awareness, this is the important bit, okay? First off, somebody is not aware. There is 30% of your market right now who are not even aware that they have a problem, because the second level of awareness is problem aware, okay? These are people that just know they have a problem. I'll give you an example in just a second. The third level of person is solution aware. They actually know that there's a solution, and they are into warm. And then hot is product aware, okay? So ice cold, they're not aware at all, okay? You move them up to cold, they're problem aware. Solution aware is warm, and then lastly is product aware. Now let me give you an example. Let's talk about someone, let's say a chiropractor, okay? It's likely that everyone on this call could probably use a chiropractor. Most of us are probably completely unaware of the problems that we have. Maybe, all right? And so because we're completely unaware, we're in the not aware. We're colder than cold. Now, if we get sent to a funnel that is geared up around giving us a solution by a chiropractor package, we have no idea why we want it, right? And then we just click straight off. And here's the biggest problem is we're sending all the traffic to just this one page. Okay, so then the second thing is that people become problem aware. Now, what you need to do is you need to actually move people from not aware to problem aware. Teach them the problem. Now, there's a bunch of people out there and they go, I've got a sore back, okay? So what do? They go, now I'm problem aware. I get it. This is why. This is my problem. And so they've been taught the problem. This is why education marketing works so well. So problem aware people, where do you think they need to go? They need to go to a page that's going to teach them the solution so they can become solution aware, not product, okay? Because when they've got the problem, think about what they're doing. You just type in, if you get this, they're going, should I do massage? Should I do osteopath? Should it be chiropractor? What should I be doing? They're searching for the solution, okay? And the person who gives them the most compelling argument of what the solution is will get them then to become solution aware. Once they go, I need a chiropractor, they know that they're after a solution. Guess what comes next? Now they become product aware. Now they're actually choosing which chiropractor, okay? Now they're actually choosing. But what do? Okay? Most of us, we try to actually do it all ourselves, okay? So we go put up a site, and our site might just be offering the solution. And the solution might be, if you're a chiropractor, I'll stay on that example, and the chiropractor will just say, hey, I'm a chiropractor, and I'm the best chiropractor in this area, you should work with me, right? And only 10% of people are actually going, I need a chiropractor, right? The other 90% of people are stuck in the other one. So what you need to do is start segmenting and sending people to different areas. It all has to do with levels of awareness. Can you see why sending someone who's ready to buy a chiropractor, send them to a page that's telling them, I'm getting, oh my God, so true, they're getting it. Somebody who is looking for a chiropractor, they don't need to go be told about the problem. What a waste of time. I already get it, they're thinking. So we're sending people to the wrong places. This is the biggest thing. If you just take that away today, just levels of awareness, and that you need to have a different process for different levels of awareness, your business will change. You'll make more money online. Just that. Just that. And that's what I wanted to say before I even start. So I want to ask you now, what is, hey everybody, hey out there, what is a funnel? Okay, what is a sales funnel? First off, what a sales funnel is it's something that actually funnels people, takes a big lot of people, and funnels them down through until a small amount of people that come and buy from you. So Bishop's got a ton of things to share on this as well. I think I should pass over to him and let him drop some knowledge bombs on this as well, as he actually shows you how to move people through those levels of awareness and how you can know where they are as he takes you through that. So there you go, right on time as well, Bishop.
Thank you, man. And absolutely, you guys, Chris is absolutely right in what he is saying about the funnel. Because here's the thing, if you've ever gone to a store and you had a problem, let's say you have a leak in your house or something, and you're in the store and you're just walking around all the aisles. You don't know where to go. You don't know what aisle you should go down. You can't find someone that works at the store to ask them, where do I go? And you're asking, other customers, hey, where do I go? What aisle is this on? It's the same thing with marketing. People, they focus on traffic all the time. Oh, if I just get a bunch of people. But now, if you don't have a funnel in place, your people are walking around lost, just like people walking around in a store. You have to have something that is guiding them right to the solution. And that's what Christopher is talking about, is having that information, and that system is kind of like, a river. You want to take them down a certain path. And so that's what a funnel does. And there's multiple kinds of funnels depending on what the outcome is. What are you looking to have happen? And so one of the things that we do, I talked about funnels yesterday a little bit. So let's just say that I heard someone yesterday talk about they had, I think it was energy. They were an energy healer and things like that. Well, there's a funnel that we call the education class funnel. And so basically with this funnel, the purpose is you have multiple lead capture pages, which is where you're going to get their name and email address so you can get them on your list. And the first thing you do is deliver content. Okay, on the thank you page, it's literally like a mini webinar. Or what we do sometimes is on the sales page, we will have, on the next page, we will have 3 different videos, which are educational videos. And each day, a new video is unlocked. So in order to get to the next video, they have to watch the first one, and then the next one is unlocked, and then the next one. So I'm taking them through an education series, just like a little mini class. That's what we call it, a mini class. And then after that, what we do then, after we did that education, we then take them to an early bird special. And we say, hey, you know what, this isn't launched yet. This is for people that are in your exact same situation. And you're able now to get this for X amount. If you don't get it now, in the next 4 days, this is going to be raised. Okay, so the ones that take that, we then take them to the sales page and to the order form. And then we also take them to the upsell. Now, why do we do this? Every time, let's go back to the store. When you buy something at the store, or that salesperson takes you to that item, and they say, oh, well, you need this kind of paint. You know, you've been walking around trying to find it. Here's the paint that you need. What's the first thing that they tell you? They say, hey, but also, since you're going to be painting walls, you should use this kind of brush. And you know what? And also, then you should also have this kind of pail right here to catch the paint. Right? What are they doing? They're upselling. They're increasing their profit margin. But here's the main thing that they're doing. They're providing additional value for you because they already know the things that you're going to run into. So you have the paint, you're excited, but then when you start painting, you're going to realize, oh, I don't have everything, and you're still going to have a pain point. And so that's the way you need to treat your customers and your target market is, wait a minute, okay, so once they get this, guess what, you guys? We also have this that most people get, and here's why. And this, again, is now you're educating them on why they need that upsell. Because, yeah, you're going to get this, but this is going to make it much easier for you. It's going to happen faster for you. This is an additional thing that you should get. And then we take them to the thank you page. Okay, so you see how that process is. They're not walking around in the dark like most marketers do. They send people, and they're all walking around in the dark, and they're wondering why they're not making any money. Or they wonder why their margins are so small. So one of the things about the funnels is your languaging. And this is just a little recap of yesterday. So when you're doing your marketing, you have to word things in the same language that your target market speaks, or the languaging that's going on in their minds. Let me give you an example. So let's just say that your spouse has been, like, let's just say my wife has been telling me, Bishop, build a car garage. You know, I want you to build a car garage, and I've been blowing it off. And then she's like, no, I've been asking you forever, build a car garage, do it. I'm going to go online and look up build a car garage, right? And let's say that I saw one product that said build a car garage. That would get my interest, right? But if I saw another product that said how to build a car garage fast, that's going to get more of my attention. And then if I saw another product that said how to build a 2-car garage fast, that's going to get the most attention. Why? Is because they're niching it down specifically to my problem. And they're telling me the benefit. It's going to be fast, simple, and then if they had a tagline that said in 7 easy steps, that's the one I'm going to get because my wife is screaming at me. She's upset. She's frustrated now. And so it's speaking directly to my problem. Does that make sense? If that makes sense to you guys, then you need to understand, because this is the reason we sell so much, is because of our languaging that we use with all of our products. We speak directly to that benefit, what's happening in that person's mind. And I've done this whether it's books, whether it's product launches. I have taken clients that have even just books, and all we did was change the languaging on the book. We changed their title, we changed their subtitle, and we changed their description, and immediately sales have happened. Why? Because now we're speaking directly to the person. So number one is that you want to create your funnel. You want to create your step number one is creating your lead magnet, creating your capture page is the beginning of your funnel. Okay, you've got to create a capture page because you need to get their information to take them down the funnel. Okay, and that's very, very easy to do. And you can do it with video, or you can do it without video. Now, here's one of the things with the beginning of this funnel. If you have your opt-in form, which is where they put their name and email address, Above the fold, you will have more conversions. What do I mean by above the fold? You don't want people to have to scroll down in order to find the opt-in box where they have to put their name and email address. Studies have shown that if you have that form below the fold, you're going to lower your opt-in rate dramatically. It's going to be like another 18% less conversion ratio because people don't want to look for all that kind of information. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you want to keep your capture page, the beginning of your funnel, very clean. And what do I mean by this? You don't want to have a million words on there. You don't want to have tons of logos and all kinds of other information because you're going to confuse them, right? And a confused mind is a frozen mind. So what you want to do is have very basic stuff on there. So your only goal is to get them to give you their name and email address. That's it. And so the less you have on the page, the more that it's going to convert. Now, here's the last thing that I'm going to tell you, is that doing video sometimes can lower conversions and sometimes increase conversions. But here's the important part. The people that do opt in when you have a video there, they're a stronger market for you and more likely to buy from you. Why? Because by them opting in after they see you and hear you and see your energy, etc., they're telling you they like you. They like the way you deliver content. And so those people are going to purchase from you even more, okay? So then after that, you take them to another page that just basically is your, it can even be a recorded webinar that you have there that's educating them. And this is the mini class, okay? And so that's going to educate them on the process, okay? On exactly what, like Christopher said, it's going to educate them on your service and on your product. And so they can understand, too, what their pain is. And Christopher is absolutely right. It's all about discovering their pain and solving a solution. Absolutely.
So let's give you an example, guys. You've been through this actually with this hackathon, and you've got this right. You came to a landing page with a video of Chris and Bishop telling you what this hackathon is about. And you entered your email and name and email, and then you got into the hackathon, right? And then you received another bonus from Chris, and I'm going to share my screen for a second. And this is Chris 1. This is just one of your landing pages, right? This is one entry to your funnel, Chris, right? So unmute, Chris.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So if you remember, guys, where Bishop yesterday was talking about the timer. Right? So Chris has the timer here, and he has a video here that starts playing right away when you come to the page that tells you exactly what this is about. You got the call to action, right? Exactly what the audience wants is a six-figure business, right? And then he tells them what they're going to get, and it's all free, right? Get free access now. So when you click on this, this is exactly what Bishop was telling right now, the name and address that you get straight into that. Now, there are tools that help you build this if you're not a web designer or a graphic designer or don't know code or anything like that. What are you guys using in order to speed this up?
I love, thanks for sharing the funnel as well. You guys should all go check that out if you've got access to it. It's
I know, and actually afterwards, do it.
Yeah. So I want to make it really simple. When you're building your funnel, and I want you to write this out, okay? Is the first thing you're doing is getting a subscriber. And a subscriber is basically someone who's given you their contact details, okay? Then step 2 is you've actually got to, and Bishop and I, we could talk about this forever, is people that give you their email addresses, we all know it. Just say me if you've ever given an email address and it's just been that rubbish one that you give to all internet marketers so you could just get all those free things, right? You've then got to just actually take them from, they've given you that email address, that's okay, and straight away you need to then change them from a subscriber to a buyer. Okay, you need to find who's there just to get the free stuff and who will at least spend $9, $10, $20, $30, right? So just something really small. And the point of doing that, okay, is what that's going to do is it's going to actually start to really build your buyers list. And your buyers list is so much more important than the size of just people that get free stuff, okay? So I want you to write down subscriber, buyer, and then next is client, okay? So you're going to move them to client. Now, client is somebody that's not just bought something that's small, right? They've actually bought something of value from you, okay? And then the next one after that is you want to then upsell into a high-ticket client. So what I want you to do, okay, is I don't want you to go and get good at the tech. Unless you're good at building tech, don't get good at it. You want to be like me. I don't even, so I get asked, Yvette says, hey Chris, how do you do this? What tech is this? I don't even know, okay? What I want you to do right now is I want you to get good at designing the funnels, and then you can hand it over to someone, because I'll let you know what we're teaching you right now is how to design a sales funnel, not how to learn how to do it, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to have written down subscriber, okay, which is just when they give you their email, buyer, when they give you a little bit of money, okay, then it goes to client, then it goes to upsell, okay, so those steps. And then what I need you to do is out of all the levels of awareness, pick the one that you really want to deal with, okay? Pick the one that you want to play in. Do you want to play the not aware people? Are you going to create a funnel to help not aware people to become a subscriber, a buyer? Are you going to go with the people that already have a problem? Because think about it, it's a different lead in. So that funnel that Yvette just showed, it said, let me show you how to build a six-figure business. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. What am I doing there, okay? Is they already are looking for a solution. They know they want to build a six-figure business. Get it? And so I'm saying, let me show you. So that exact funnel, do you think that goes out to people who are still going, should I invest in a house? Should I start a multi-level marketing? It doesn't go out there at all, okay? There's another place that goes before that, and I say, look, here's 5 ways for you to get rich, and the way that I think is a freedom business. And so I do that if I'm going to go to that market. So to keep it simple, keep it really simple, I want you to choose one of the levels of awareness that you want to start with. Then I want you to design what's going to get them to become a subscriber, what should you do next to actually turn them into a buyer, what do they want next, and I just want you to map it out of what they should do. Keep it really simple. And then you can go to somebody who actually is going to build the funnel for you, and it can get done, right? It can get done very, very, very quickly, and you don't have to have any tech knowledge. I don't have any tech knowledge at all, so when you get asked that question, I have to pass it to Bishop, because I don't even know. I don't even know what it's on. I don't understand any of that stuff, and I don't think that's a place, unless that's your genius, that you should know as well.
And that's awesome, because we're getting comments saying that thank you so much for keeping this simple and with how-to steps for newbies. So it seems like a lot of our audience is loving exactly what you're saying, and now we're at that level of awareness where it's so basic. This is how you get started, and you don't need to know the entire thing in order to start generating money from it. By the way, Carol says, oh yeah, makes total sense. And Aston is saying hi, and Melanie is asking why she can't join us in the Hangouts. Well, Melanie, we're going to open it up as soon as we are done with the training and we get to the Q&A time. So stick around. And a lot of people are putting exclamation points and saying, me, 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 and Paul says, I'm already sharing it. So awesome. Let me just show you guys. We're going to take like a commercial break for a second and remind you that tomorrow is the last day. Today is the last day where you can win the tomorrow's growth hacking session, so you still want to do that. But right here, let me just show you what you need to do in order to win this $5,000 funnel building system. Basically, there's this badge. It's called a Ripples badge, and in order, the first person who will achieve this badge will win this funnel. Now you have 2 days until tomorrow before we get started to win the badge, and you can see what you need to do when you click on this little widget here. You need to sign up and register in order to win it. And right here on the bottom, you'll see our little badge showing up, Ripples. And if you click on it, I believe it needs to tell you, no, it doesn't. Okay, then I'll tell you what you need to do to win this. You need to share our site 30 times. You need to tweet it 20 times. And you need to come and visit us at least 5 times between today and tomorrow. So, yeah, you said work for it, right?
Making them work.
Making you work. So if you want, this is a $5,000 funnel that you guys are getting for free, and it will set you, set you straight. So yeah, let other people know that what we're doing. And in order to participate, you have to be on this page. You have to be signing into this widget, and you have to be collecting points. And how do you share? Right here on the bottom, it says share. See? Share.
Oh yeah.
Share it, please.
And
Super easy.
I forgot to mention, in that training, if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, man, Chris really knows how to build out these funnels, in that training, I show you, mate, the best funnel I've ever been able to do from cold traffic. And all you have to do with that training is you just have to pass over to a web designer, and they'd be able to build that exact funnel for you, and it'll be done. And that's the level of stuff that Bishop and I do with our clients, right? We try to take all the hard stuff away. So if you're sitting there thinking, man, some of this stuff seems a bit hard, I'd love Bishop and Chris's help, we'll reach out, you know. We are here, and you can jump in and ask us questions today, you know. Normally, it's thousands of dollars to have question answer time with me, but EFAT's got us here. We're here for another 28 minutes, and you guys can jump in. So
yeah, I mean, and I don't want you guys to think that Chris and I will do it. To be clear, our staff will do it because we couldn't do it if we tried. But like Chris said, you know, it's just we draw it out. You know, there's mind maps that you do. We draw it out, and the technical people actually go in and build it for us. And there's also many places, and we have really great staff that can build you something very, very quickly once you're clear on it. But you got to win that bonus so you can get the clarity of exactly what it is that you're doing, because also you don't want to put together a funnel that is broken, because that's going to cause a lot of confusion. It's going to waste money, and it's going to confuse your target market. So having a solid funnel is very, very, very important. And Robin says, me, me, me. So absolutely, you guys. So I'm just excited. I just love being here. If you guys haven't noticed, I get very passionate about this because even for Chris and I, we don't get to do this often. You know, I mean, we're in meetings all the time, and we're running around, and we'll do a webinar, but we don't get this kind of interaction. I don't get to see Yafat smile all the time, and she's always happy and stuff, which makes us happy. And so this one-on-one experience has been beneficial for Chris and I, as well as you guys. I just want you guys to know that we really appreciate and enjoy being here as well.
So, guys, you've seen how the first step of a funnel is, right? You need to decide what the level of awareness is that you're going to take people through. Now, as Bishop was saying, you can have, I can't remember, Bishop or Chris, you can have more than one funnel. Chris was saying that. You can have more than one funnel. If you want level of awareness for newbies is one way of getting in, experts, another way of getting in, you know, super PhD, another page to get in. But as you start to put your funnel together, what is the next step? You decide what it is, you put the first page, you grab their email and name an email, and then?
Yeah, and then, I mean, for us, we use over 14 different funnels that we have in our businesses. And again, it's because people are different, just like Chris was saying, and you identify different problems, and you're giving them different solutions. And so so once you capture their name and email address, again, then it comes down to the education. You know, what kind of education are you going to give them to solve their particular problem? Okay, so it's all about problem solving. The key to being an entrepreneur is just we're problem solvers. That's all we really are. I mean, when you break it down, we find solutions to problems. And so then you want to educate them on what their problem is, and then you want to provide them the solution. It's literally that simple. Like Chris said, you go to the doctor's office, and the doctor says, oh, it looks like it's your ankle. Yeah, it is. Okay, well, this is what you need to do. I mean, have you ever sat in the doctor's office and you're there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then you get mad because you're in his office like 30 seconds? He walks in and says, oh, here's what the problem is, and here's what you need. All right, I'll talk to you later. That's what it is. I mean, you're literally just identifying the problem. Here's the solution. All right, thanks. See you later. That's what we do. It's the exact same process, you guys. And so it's absolutely true. Keep it simple. You know, just keep it simple and think what you would want in that situation. Put yourself in your prospect's shoes and say, you know, what would I want if I was going to someone and I had this problem? You know, oftentimes as marketers, we don't do that. We forget, you know, what we would want out of that situation, and so we provide less value.
And it's very interesting, you know, there's this problem I think that most experts have where you forget the basics. I know it happened to me all the time, where you go like, okay, well, that's super easy, just, you know, launch a Hangout. And they're like, from where? And I'm like, what do you mean from where? Just go to YouTube. What do you mean? So we forget that, like, step one, open a channel. Step two, do that. And this basic stuff that sometimes to us seems so mundane and so not important, people will pay you for the stuff that you take for granted. So don't think that you don't have any expertise in anything. People will pay you to know the stuff that you already forgot. And so as you start putting that together, think about all the questions that people always ask you and you have to repeat over and over and over again. Here's your funnel. Here's your solution. Here's the stuff that people want. So is there another step, or should we open it up, Chris? What do you think?
Well, I want to just finish off and make sure that everyone has actionable steps to go. Okay. If you're like me and you've understood this.
Okay, sorry about that. Now we're both on.
Oh, Bishop. Bishop's got his Periscope going there as well, which is great. And so if you just want to keep it simple, I remember my advice yesterday that out of everything, if I could just take one thing, I would take a webinar. When you go and get a free trial on a webinar, it basically gives you an opt-in page where you can get subscribers. So you just need to go and pick which level of awareness you want to do, put on a webinar. Now, if I was you, I would start at the bottom, people that need to become problem or solution aware. Then throughout the webinar, you take them through the levels of awareness and then offer your product. And so if you were going to do anything to get into action, still saying it, what I said yesterday, is that go and do a webinar. And now let's open it up.
Okay, so guys, refresh the page. The button to join the Hangout will become active. Click it, join us in the Hangout, and let us know, have you tried to put a funnel before? Do you have any issues with funnels? Are there any questions like, okay, so people opted in, now what? What type of emails should I put in my funnel? How do I move them, Chris, from subscriber to buyer to client?
Yeah, it's a really good question. And so what you want to do is you just want to go back to basically what we're talking about yesterday, emotional clarity. And we are going to be going through this in more detail in one of the later days. Is that when you're with your emails, first off, you want to get them to fall in love with you and understand their problem, okay? But if you're taking my first advice of getting people straight onto a webinar, your goal is really just to get them make sure they get on the webinar where you can go ahead and actually go and do it. Okay, look, funnels can be very, very simple. I feel that people try to make it so complex, and if all you got out of today was you got to move a subscriber to buyer to client to high ticket to upsell them, you had those four, and then all you had was the different levels of awareness. And if you just knew that someone's either not aware, problem aware, solution aware, or product aware, and you just match those four and those four together, okay, you'd start to see just how simple you can make it, all right? And so you got to start, remember, go right back to fishing, what I talked about on day one, okay? First off, know the fish, all right? What problem do they have? What does the fish want? Is the fish after the solution or after the product, or are they after the product? Like, know the fish. And so here's when you start to understand awareness and where they're at, okay, you start to realize that if I'm targeting people that are already looking for the solution, well, maybe I should go on a certain type of website compared to somebody who's still trying to figure out the problem. Maybe they're going to be somewhere else, right? And so this is starting to make it really simple when you understand these levels of awareness, and then just think to yourself, put yourself in the shoes of the fish, of the client, and go, okay, so if I'm not aware, what do I need to know to become problem aware? Okay, cool. So if I'm fishing for people that are problem aware, what do they need to know to become aware that my solution is right? And create that, right? And then, okay, so I'm fishing for people that are solution aware. What do they need to know to be totally aware that my product's the right one? Okay. And so that is all I would suggest for you, is just go right back to common sense. And and I'll add this in there, we're covering interviews and target market on day 6, but if you don't know, survey. If you don't know, get them on the phone or text them or message them and just say, okay, what is it that you need or want, or even ask the person that's one up and say, where did you go to figure out you needed to buy? So ask some of your clients, what did you need to know to actually buy from me? I think a lot of times we sit there trying to just make it all up when we've got these clients who love us and these people, and you just have to reach out and say, hey, what do you need from me in order to buy more, or how can I help you more, or how can I serve it? So we're going to talk about that later as well. So it's great to see all you people jumping into the Hangathon. Periscope people, you should jump in as well.
So, guys, another thing that we always forget is that someone who wants who buys a drill doesn't really want the drill, right? They want a hole in the wall. Or so we always forget about like, okay, I want this, but maybe this is the tool, because they can do it with a hammer, or they can do it with a drill or something else. So the person who's trying to sell the drills is actually talking about holes, right? How do you get the perfect hole and all that stuff. So there's a little, sometimes, you know why you're using the solution and you forget how people can apply it. And that goes again to what Chris was saying about the fishing. There are different types of fish. So what do you need for every fish? So with that ado, we have a few new faces here, and Christine is the first one. So hi, Christine. Welcome.
Hi.
Awesome seeing you. Where are you hanging out from?
I'm in Byron Bay in Australia.
Awesome. And so have you been with us for, is this your 4th day, or did you just join us?
Yeah. I've watched 2 replays so far.
Awesome. How do you like it so far? What did you get? What was the best takeaway?
I think everything. There's been so many awesome tips the whole day, the whole time. It's been great. I couldn't even pinpoint one thing. It's been so good.
Wonderful. Any questions about funnels or webinars or Periscope to these guys?
Not so far. I've been taking a heap of notes, so yeah, it's good.
Awesome. Well, it's great seeing you face to face, and it's really wonderful that you're here with us. So, yay. And then we got a new guy, again, Aston, who wants to win the prize today. Hey, Aston, can you unmute? Unmute yourself.
All right.
Yay, hey.
Hey, how are you?
Awesome seeing you. Where are you hanging out from?
I'm coming from Newark, New Jersey.
USA, represent.
Over here, getting cold though.
It is. So what is your business about?
Well, I'm actually business in World Global Network. I'm actually looking to make that a big full-time business, because I've been looking at it, and I'm trying to slowly build it and get familiarity and knowledge about it more, so I can process it more to people worldwide.
Gotcha. So what type of business do you want to build?
Oh, it's basically a phone business. World Global Network is the business.
Gotcha. Any question for these guys about funnels and online exposure or webinars?
No, right now, I mean, they asked a lot. I've been to the first one actually earlier today. I skimmed through day 1, and I've been reading up on it and getting the emails and everything. So I just want to basically just keep learning and try and get more education, you know. And my only question was, what can you guys recommend as a way? Where will I be getting these people that I'm trying to get product awareness from? That was my main question, because I mean, I know the product, and I know that the people will need the product, but I don't know where to get these people from.
It's a great question.
Well, I think that comes from, and it's so interesting, you guys, because I know on the first day, some of you guys might have been confused at everything we were talking about, but now you guys see all of it coming into place as we've been moving down this process. And so again, this takes us back to the reason we talked, number 1, on the first day is really identifying your target market and why it's so important. So even though you're in a phone business, who do you want to sell these phones to is who you have to decide. Are you going to go after business professionals? Are you going to go after young college students? You know, is it kind of a smartphone and has all these cool gadgets and apps and stuff on there, and so you want to go after the younger audience? So the point is, in marketing, you don't want to just cast a wide net, right? That's the worst thing that you can do. You want to really narrow down who is it exactly that I'm looking for, so you know exactly the kind of bait that you're looking for. So if I'm going to sell a phone to a lady that, 67 years old, is going to be different than me selling the same phone to someone that's 12 years old. Does that make sense? Because the languaging that I'm going to use is completely different. Even though the product's the same, but in this particular marketing funnel, my languaging and my approach is going to be completely different than I was marketing to someone else. So for you, it would be to really spend time deciding who's going to be my target audience, and you can decide that based on many features, many parts. Like, is it a cost factor? Like, how much do these phones cost? Who realistically can I go after that can afford these phones and any other kind of products that you have with that? And who can also provide value to my organization and my products and services? That's who you want to go after. So you don't want to, in business, it's all about time and energy, right? We only have so much time and energy. And a lot of people waste their time and energy. I love when your fat does that. A lot of people waste their time and energy because I love looking down at you guys. You guys are down there at the bottom in the screen. So you're wasting the time and energy. So get clarity on that. Do some research on who you want to target, and then create your capture page and everything around that individual and speak directly to them. So if it's an older person, let's just say, like I said, the lady, I would do more languaging on how simple this phone is. It's not too tech savvy where you're not going to be able to function it or use the features. And I would say things like, this phone is very user friendly. You're not going to get lost in the crazy tech world and all these new features, etc. That's the kind of languaging I would use for that person. A younger person would be completely the opposite. I'd be like, oh, we have the most amazing apps that you're going to be able to use, and they do all of these amazing things. You see what I'm saying? So it's different languaging depending on who you're going
Makes
after.
sense.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So, and here I am again. Thanks. So, guys, we are full on the Hangout, which is really awesome. If you don't have any questions, can you just drop off and make room for other people to come in and ask these questions, because that tip alone, I can't even tell you how valuable it is. It's like priceless. You don't have anyone coming in going like, well, this is my business, and you successful people, how do you do that? So let's make some room for people who are watching us, want to get into the Hangout, and have some questions. So simply close the window, drop off, and watch us on the same page that you joined the Hangout from. And thank you, guys. And hi, Susan. How are you, lady? Yes, we can hear you. Welcome.
Can I make it easy for you? Let me make it really easy for you and tell you a little secret. And it basically goes like this. Stop trying to recreate the wheel. Okay? This is what I want you to do. Is I want you to allocate $100 or $500 or some amount of money, and I want you to go find your biggest competitors, okay? And I want you to go through their whole funnel, and I want you to screenshot every screen as you go through their funnel, and I want you to go from start to finish, and I need you to know, where did you find them, where were they advertising, what was the first thing they did with you, what was the second, what was the third, what was the fourth, what was the fifth. Look at maybe one or two of your biggest competitors, take that knowledge, and then write your own funnel based on what you learned, okay? You could sit here and try to like recreate everything, but I tell you right now is, you know, if you want to play in the business space, you may as well just go buy a ton of products from me and go learn all my products and learn what I do. You know, if you want to get a juice and smoothie company doing it, you know, it's sitting right there. You just have to buy the products and go right through, right? I mean, that's the easy way, okay? So if you want to keep it simple and you want to do it, that would be my #1 suggestion, because a growth hacker does this. They find the quickest ways. We don't find the way that maybe the school says. School says don't copy your neighbor, right? Growth hacker says copy your neighbor. If it's the fastest way to get to your result, copy them and then do it better and figure out, see numbers, and then do it. So that's my suggestion, Susan. I hope everyone else gets that as well. Make it so simple. Model first.
And this is actually the perfect time to, you talked about education, right? And what is the cost of education, and what does it take to actually own, like between the two of you, 15 companies? So let's talk about that for a second, because we do want to put things in perspective. There is a cost to acquiring wealth, right? Wealth and knowledge. And if you just went out to get an MBA, right, it will take you it's not going to be 2 years, right? Because you had the 4 years of your bachelor's with those $40,000, and then you're going to get 2 years for your MBA, and then you're going to be an intern, and you're going to do the practicing, right? So it's going to cost you about $100,000. And then if you wanted to just pay Bishop and Chris to work with you, that's not going to be 15,000. It's going to be how much, guys? It's going to be a little bit more.
It's going to be a lot more.
If you just wanted to grab, pick the brain like you're doing right now. So what most people do, they think, I'll just do it myself, right? I have all the time in the world. I don't have a lot of money, so I'm just going to do it myself, and it's going to be free. Well, here's the thing. We all know that it's not free, actually, because you're going to be spending a lot of money, right? Buying products, going through them, trying to figure out which product is the right product for you. And then after you spend 5 or 10 years and bought all these products, you probably don't have the knowledge and the skills that you would have gotten if you gotten a coach to work with you. And this is exactly what we're giving you right now. You have these two guys who not only allow you to pick their brain and ask them any questions, but there is a growth hacking product that we will offer at the end of it. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because there are already questions. Carol is saying, did you guys mention earlier that there's going to be a growth hacker training with you guys? Can you explain more about what it is? So here it is, perfect timing. What is the growth hacking training with you guys?
Yeah, great question. It's for business owners that want to massively grow their business. It's going to be both Bishop and I. So you get 2 coaches, and we build you out a growth hack. It takes 3 months. And then there's 3 months of implementation, 3 months to get it all clear, then 3 months of implementation, 6 months in total. You get everything you need to absolutely explode your business, what you need to do for your funnels, how to do your webinar. You get to send it into us, all right, and just say, me, if you're excited about this, or double tap on the screen, you get to send your work into us, and we actually help you to make it right, okay? And this is the biggest thing. If you've heard me talking about jumping in the deep end, make sure you have a lifeguard. Well, you get 2 lifeguards on this, 2 sets of eyes. Every single week we're there helping you do it. And so that's something that's going to be absolutely awesome. But for the next 10 days, we just want you to be here and get clear on what it is that you need to do to go out there and create, just stacks of business success. So great question, whoever that was from.
That was Carol. So Carol, awesome question. And I love the fact that people already like day 4, they're going like, okay, where's the training? Where's the training? Love that. And we get a few more questions that are coming in. And one of them was about Paul said that he did his first Periscope yesterday. So congratulations, Paul. And awesome. You get...
I knew she was going to do that. Awesome, Paul.
And he said that he did the first Periscope and he had 6 live viewers and he can't wait to do it again. So that's awesome. He's sharing the replay link as well. And there was another question. Where is it? Such great content. Thank you for sharing this wealth of information for all of us. Ifat, can you please explain again how to win the funnel training? Of course, Jada. Course, because this is, like you said, super valuable. So let me show you how you can do that. See this little widget here? Right? This is how, right here, you share and you tweet. And you have to visit the page. So between today and tomorrow, I want you to share it 3 times, tweet 20 times, and come to this website at least 5 times so you can share and tweet. And then the first person, because we can check with this beautiful software, who's the first person who achieved this badge? You can see the badge right here on the top. If you click on funnel training, you'll see this badge. It's called ripples. And why ripples? Because as you share, all that stuff is going to ripple and more people will get exposed to the awesome content we're getting here. So the first person to get that tomorrow will win a $5,000 funnel training from Chris. I hope that answered the questions. If you have any more, let me know. And then we have a new face here, Charlene. Hi, Charlene. You need to unmute. Yay. Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes. We can hear you.
Oh, I just want to say thank you so much for all the information.
Very welcome. Any question for these guys?
Well, yesterday I was overwhelmed with information, obviously. I'm just wondering, though, like with healing, putting things into systems, because obviously you go into a healing and spirits that work through my body, they just start doing things that is the most important thing for the person. So it's either starts like that, or if the person wants a particular thing. So I'm thinking, how do I put this into a system?
Yeah, it's a great question. I'd love to answer it. And thank you for asking. And thanks for jumping on and saying, hey, I was a little bit overwhelmed. Let me get some questions. So the system needs to not be about fulfillment. The system's about getting them clear on what you're going to do with them. Okay. So for a client I've had in healing, I say you've got to do, and write this down, you've got to tell them why and what they need to do. So you're going to say, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through this process here. And why we're going to do that and what it involves is you closing your eyes, and here's why your eyes are closed, and then there's this, and there's this, and then the next thing we're going to attempt, and we're going to try all these things. So it doesn't have to be steps, but it can be pillars or clarity and understanding of what the process is. So even like you could have a system of and the training could be how to understand what a spiritual healer does. Here's what we do. And you explain it to them so people go, I get it.
Okay.
And buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's exactly what we just did. And Chris and I both have clients that are in your exact niche that do what you do. And they were the same way. I remember when Helen first came to me, she had no idea how she was going to relay that online. And she's like, it just seems impossible to me. Now she's rocking it. I mean, she's doing Periscopes like crazy and has such a huge audience. And I would love to connect you two because you both are in the same space. And so you can kind of feed off of each other and also learn from each other as well. So I'm more than happy to connect you guys. But exactly what Chris is saying is exactly the same steps we took her through. It's educating people, because when you start talking about metaphysics and all of that kind of stuff, you lose some people. There's a lot of people who are very fearful of what it is that you guys do, and it's there's confusion. A confused mind is a frozen mind. And so in any business, in any service that you have to take people through an education process. You have to remember that there are people that are not at your level. There are people that don't know all these big words and different things that you do. And it's just like when Chris and I first started, we were just going. And then we always have to calm ourselves down and remember, hey, wait a minute, they're not, they don't understand all of this same stuff that we understand. And so in your messaging, you have to do the exact same thing. It's talk in layman's terms. So the average person out there who has pain that you can solve and problems that you can help them with, you need to educate them on how your services and metaphysics can help them in that situation, because otherwise they're not even going your direction because it doesn't make sense to them.
Wow, that's so amazing. Thank you so much for this information. I've actually noticed a lot of healers doing the systems, and I sort of thought, oh gosh, how, but
well, Helen did a live blab the other day, and she did a live session with somebody on blab, and there was tons of people in there. The guy had his eyes closed. People are commenting, and they watched a live session, and it was absolutely amazing. And she didn't think she could do that online, and so now it's opened up a whole new world to her. So definitely make sure you reach out to me so I can connect you with her.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And it's great to actually be on here live. I've never done this before.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Where are you from, Charlene?
I'm in Melbourne, but I'm from New Zealand.
I'm from Taranaki. Whereabouts in New Zealand are you from?
Taranaki.
Are you? Well, at least you're in the right part of the country for me. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's have another New Zealander on here. There's only a few of us in this world, so it's...
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So a question from the audience is, Ruth is asking, are people on Periscope mainly from the US, or are there many people on Periscope from Australia, since we're on that?
Well, there's a lot more from the US that are on there. And Australia is a funny market, Ruth. Australia didn't take off with Twitter, and Americans don't actually know this that much about it, but Australia hardly use Twitter at all. And so it's going to be interesting to see, Ruth, what happens. I'm finding that I'm getting a lot more people from the US on my scopes, but if you have online programs, then that's absolutely fantastic. So right now, it's yet to be seen whether Australia will take on Periscope to the extent the rest of the world is. So right now, we're still waiting to see, right? It's only 5 months in. Right now, they're doing okay. They're taking it up faster than they took up Twitter, that's for sure, because Australia just never ever got into Twitter at all. So the answer is we don't know yet. We don't know yet. At the moment, the United States is by far, and the United Kingdom is by far the most active on there.
Yeah, and this is where testing comes in. Remember, we always talk about testing. So when you're doing your scopes, test different times and see where you're getting more audience. So definitely test different times and see where you're getting your audience from, and that's going to help you out. If your product or service is only in Australia, then definitely use the location. Before, when Periscope first started, you could pinpoint someone with their location. If you turned on location, they have changed that because there was a lot of people were nervous about that, so no longer can you actually pinpoint someone. So it's more safe now to go ahead and turn on location. So if your product and service is only for Australians, turn that on. If not, you don't have to worry about that. And just test different times of the day and see when you're getting more people on.
And another question about Periscope is coming straight from Brazil, not in the library today. Hey, Alexandre.
I can see the question. Is apart from Periscope, it's a really good question, and I'm gonna do this to you. Wait till day 7. That's when we're doing traffic.
Oh, wait. Ask the question. Ask the question.
I can see the question, right?
Oh, but the people who are watching these are not.
Oh, right. Sorry, no one else can see the question. Right. So the question is, apart from Periscope to webinar, what other type of free traffic source you suggest, articles and a blog? All of those that you've said and a ton more. We're going to talk a lot about my favorite, which is partnerships in a big way. We're going to talk about media. We're going to talk about lots of stuff, and that happens on day 7. So I don't want to skip ahead too much. I would like to just stay focused on funnels today, and we'll talk about that then. So make sure, remember, we're in for the long haul here, guys. By the end of it, you're going to know exactly how to grow your business like crazy. There's not going to be a bit miss. And so I'm loving everyone going through and learning some of these stuff, and you're starting to see the pieces come together. You're starting to see the 5 things. Know who you're after. Know where they hang out. Know what they want. Know how to get their subscriber details. Know how to get them to buy through your sales mechanism. How to move them. Like, we're starting to get it all forward so that by the end of this, you can actually be a growth hacker. And remember, a growth hacker, and I've got a few people in Periscope say this, is be the designer. Don't be the person that goes and actually has to do it all. Just know enough so that you can draw out the funnel or understand how to do it. And I hope everyone got today that the quickest way to build your funnel is what I suggested with Susan, which is just go find somebody who's got it and just go model theirs. So good question, Alex. We'll cover it more on day 7. I'm just going to say day 7 because it's different days in different areas of the world.
So almost done. 2 more questions, and we have 3 a.m. here, Steve. So we're going to get to you, Steve, in a second. A lot of people are asking about the age group in Periscope. So Tamar is like, what is the age group? And and is there anything similar to Periscope that works on a Windows platform or an iPhone or Android? I think Periscope works on Android. It does. Yeah.
Yeah, Periscope works on Android as well.
Yeah.
And, Periscope, everyone is maturing in terms of social media and live broadcasting. Just like when Snapchat first came out, it was just kids using it. And that's why they got bought out by Facebook by so much, because they wanted that younger audience, because Facebook is actually losing the younger audience. And which is very strange to hear, but it's very true. The younger audience is leaving Facebook in droves. And they were on Snapchat, so Facebook bought Snapchat. Why? To get that audience. So, but now, other people now that marketers are realizing how powerful Snapchat is, everyone now has a Snapchat because they're realizing the power of broadcasting and video and letting people look into your lives. And so with Periscope, I'm finding it's really not the younger generation. People really jumped in that are of age, I should say. I don't want to start throwing out numbers, but everyone from 21 and up are on Periscope. And people are having a massive time. And people at first thought it was going to be the younger generation, like the teens and stuff. It's not that at all. So for any product or service that that serves people from 21 and up, I would say 21 to 55, 65, you're absolutely in the right place. And everyone is jumping there. And again, you guys, Periscope is growing faster than any other social media platform in history. It's growing faster than Facebook grew. So that tells you something. And in business, here's something you got to remember. In business, you're either going to spend money in a trend or you're going to make money in a trend. And so you have to decide which one you're going to do. For me and Chris, we choose to make money in a trend. And so when we're doing things, we're doing them for a purpose.
Perfect. And then last question, Steve, how are you? Unmute, buddy.
Am I there? Yeah, I'm there.
There we go. Someone had a Periscope start.
Sorry about that. I've got 3 very quick questions. One, I'd like to hear more about the boys' product that they're coaching, that they were talking about. The second one was...
Wait, let me stop you there, because we are not selling anything right now. This is all pure content. We'll get to the selling. Don't worry about it. But we just want to, we want to share and educate and connect with you and relate. So we'll get to the selling. Grab all the information that you can for free, and then if you want to buy it.
Okay. The second question was, when I played back yesterday's webinar or this hangathon, I couldn't hear my voice. So how can you tell whether your vocal is coming through? Because you can obviously hear me, but when it was recorded, I couldn't hear myself on it.
That should not happen, so I'll look into that.
And 3 was how the webinar training that I won yesterday, how do I access that?
Yeah, I actually sent you an email on that, so check your emails.
It might be a junk.
Yeah, because Chris's staff sent me the email yesterday, or earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry, those were 3 rubbish questions, but it's.
Oh, hey, no, you're up at 2. What time?
I've just got in from going to a concert, so I'm a bit hazy.
I got an answer for you about the program, and here's the answer: is every single bonus that you see, the Periscope training, the webinar training, the FunnelHacking training, everything that we're giving you away, Bishop and I have actually collated into just one big program. Okay, so we're giving away a lot of things, and that so that you're also going to be able to get all that stuff as well. But we'd love you to win it. So if you want to get in and win it and get all the free stuff now, you should. And then those of you who miss out, it is in one big program that we can share with people. That's 6 months. It's just going to grow anyone's business to an absolutely insane level. So those of you asking all these Periscope questions, first check out everything that we covered on the Periscope day, but also just know that we're not just going to leave you. We do have full trainings. You can come and grab them all from us, and we're trying to give you as much as we can. But right now, I just want to let you know that time is our biggest enemy. Time is our biggest enemy. We're here to try to give you as much as we can. But we're running out of time. We're going, Bishop's going, I've got a 4-hour training, I've got a 3-hour training, I've got a 6-hour training. So we're trying to give you as much as we can. And our hope is that it gives you enough that you can start moving, and that you understand what it is that you need to do next, and to have someone help you even further. So good question. I'm going to have to say that I've got to leave pretty soon. I know Bishop's got a call coming up. Guys, I loved the session today. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Periscope's loving it. Funnels are just, honestly, they are so good. I hope that you win the training. I really do, because for me to give that to you, I literally feel like I'm just giving away someone a whole business. It's that good, because when you can have a tap like that, and this is what we're teaching, days 6 to 10, is how to create the full tap. Okay, I want you guys to get into the mentality of what it would be like to have a tap in your business. A tap where you just turn on leads, turn on clients, turn on revenue, do what you want. Because that's what I build. I build taps, full system. There's 5 pieces in it. We've started to cover it. You guys should start to see how these work. If you get it right, then you'll have everything that you ever want in your business, and you'll be able to repeat it again and again and again and again. So I hope you guys have thoroughly loved it. I mean, a big shout out to Yifat, because what's that, Bishop?
Oh no, I was asking those questions. Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks Yifat so much for putting this together again, because for me, I'm absolutely loving the interaction and meeting people, and I just hope that we get to help everyone even more. But unless there's any extra questions, I'm going to have to say I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I hope that you win the live growth hack day. So we haven't chosen the person yet for tomorrow. So I've got a fair idea of the people that are going to get engaged in the next 24 hours. But anyone can win it still. It's up for grabs. Anyone can win it. All right. We want you to know you've got to enter, get your friends to vote. Anybody can win, and the person that wins is going to get the treatment, just like we gave our good friend Clark. So make sure that you're entered at least.
And here's a little tip, guys. As you're sharing this, how about share and tell people to come and vote on your business, so then you win the funnel and the growth hacking at the same time, right? 2 for 1 kind of thing. So ask them to come and vote. They can also submit their businesses and get votes, and can make it a party and see who. We're gonna run it until what, an hour before? What do you guys think? We pick the guy an hour before we go live.
Yeah.
We don't need any time. Let's just, we can even say, we'll say it live. Let's do this, they need to be on live tomorrow to win. So I'm not even going to tell them, and they have to show up live, and me and Bishop will just do it in the moment, for the moment, with the moment. We might go a bit over time tomorrow, Bishop. I don't know if you have any time. But you've got to be on live. If you're not on live tomorrow, and Periscope people, if you're not on Hangout live, then you can't win it, because how can we growth hack your business if you're not on it? So that's what I reckon we should add to it. I want to show you guys what we can do in the moment.
I love it, because this is really, guys, if you know what I love about that is that most people, they don't put their hold on a second, there we go. Most people, when they say, yeah, I can build businesses like that in my sleep, no problem, throw whatever you want at me, they need some time to prepare. What you're seeing here is 2 geniuses going like, whoever shows up first, this is going to be the one that we're just going to growth hack it on the fly. If you need more proof to their brilliance and their knowledge, I mean, you just got it. So you have to show up live tomorrow, share the page, win the badge. The first person who wins the badge wins the funnel hacking system. And then we'll see you tomorrow live and see who gets hacked live. I love that stuff. Bye, guys.